Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Brenda with a weekly edition of Planty Pants. Today, this video is going to be about Tradescantia, my successes with them and my failures with them. I love them and I hate them. So I have a few that I'm going to be sharing with you. I have ones that look great, and I have ones that it is beyond me how I can make them happy. So, common knowledge for me, the research that I've done with how to keep Tradescantia happy is indirect sunlight, but bright sunlight. They don't like wet feet, well-draining soil, high humidity. I live in Maine, so I guess they really thrive outside, like down south, which is great. But I have 500, I counted them today actually, 510 indoor plants, and none of them go outside in the summertime. Just because it's such a short period of time that they can be out there, and because I don't want to risk pests, bringing in, pests and bugs or anything else that might get on them out there. So they always stay indoors. So first I'm going to show you the different ones that I have. This one right here, as you can see, let me show you the mama plant. She's right here. This is a teddy bear, Tradescantia, and she is absolutely thriving. I mean, look how beautifully healthy she is. She has purple underneath the leaves, and the top side of the leaves are green and fuzzy and absolutely gorgeous. This plant right here only gets afternoon sun. I mean, she's just thriving. She doesn't hang. She's on a shelf and kind of wrapped around, between different plants, and she's totally happy that way. But as you can see, she's very, very healthy. I don't mess with her very much. I water her. I know that you're not supposed to water, or they suggest that you don't water them on the top, but I do, but I don't get the leaves wet. I just water her right here. And about once a week. She's moderately thirsty, but as you can see, she is super healthy and loving it so much that, I mean, look how gorgeous this is. I love her, so much that I wanted to start another plant, so I have some propagating pieces which are right here. So the easiest way to propagate Tradescantia is to put them in water, which I have done here, and you see the roots, nice and healthy. They're almost, actually I stuck a couple of other pieces in there that only have a couple of little roots, so I'm going to wait a little bit longer and then put this in another pot. I just love these. I will have 2 plants of these. Usually I only try to have 1 of a plant because I have so many, but I'll have 2 of this one because I think it's absolutely beautiful. So there's a success story. Yes. That's called the teddy bear, I think. This one is also a success story for me. She is absolutely beautiful. I just love the striped leaves. I'm not sure the name of this one, but I'll figure it out and put it on the bottom there so you can see. Now, what's interesting about this is that this came from a cutting that my daughter gave me. Cuttings, I should say. She gave me quite a few cuttings. So, and they were all from the same plant, she said. Of the cuttings, there were only like 3 pieces, like you can see from this pot, 3 pieces that had this beautiful striped pattern. So I took those 3 pieces and rooted them and put them in this pot. Oh, look, she has another whole new baby growing right there coming. Oh. Anyway, again, I have this guy in the same lighting. It's on the same shelf as this one. So they like that afternoon sun. Again, I water it on the top, but I don't get the leaves wet, and she's super happy, super happy. Now let me show you Let me show you the mother plant to that. So right here. And again, I would say that this is a success story. These are the other pieces that she gave me. Now, most of these, as you can see, are all green. They're not striped. They're mostly green. Some of them have a little tiny stripe, and I don't know what the difference is. Like, see this one here has like a little tiny stripe. Can you see that? But if you look down, there is this one, and you can see the difference. So I have read that Tradescantia are very, very different. They can grow different colors. Like, see this stem? This is the same stem that's mostly green, right? But then it has this little offshoot that's that adorable striped that I love. See? So this is a success. Did you guys see that? What the hell? I almost dropped it. Sorry. I just put her in this hanging pot, and I'm going to hang her from now on in the same area, the same, not the same place, but the same side of the house that gets that kind of afternoon sun. And I think that she's going to be happier hanging like this. But this is the mother plant of this one. So you've got all the stripes, and you've got mostly no stripes. So go figure. Anyways, all right, let me put this one away real quick. Hold on, bear with me. I probably shouldn't be taking with me to do this, but I am. All right. So now down to my struggles and failures, basic failures of these plants. This was a beautiful one, Tradescantia. You know, the regular purple with purple underneath, and I don't know how well you can see that. Super beautiful plant. She was hanging in a window in the kitchen getting lots of sun. And most of my house stays around 65 to 70% humidity. I do have that IKEA cabinet that I keep up around 90%, but I also have a humidifier in my plant room that keeps it up to like 75 or 80% all the time. So my house is not dry typically. So I think that's why they thrive for the most part. But what happened with this one was the stems started getting really, really leggy, and one by one, let me see if I can find one. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. One by one, the leaves just started to get brown and crispy. So, you know, you'd have to pull it off. And then the next week, literally every single week, I was pulling like one dead leaf off of almost every strand. So finally it just looked really bad. So I cut it all off last week, and I put them here in this jar of water to propagate, and already, literally 1 week ago, we've got roots. So I will have a new plant with this, no problemo. And this one I haven't really had any problems. It always looked beautiful, never had anything, you know. It was, I've always thought that these plants were easy to care for. Until I got my first Nanook. I fell in love with that on my land. The first time I saw this, brace yourself. I was in love. I got only three little plants, three little rooted, like this tall. And they were so beautiful, and I put them in this pot right here, three different plants. And as you can see, she's multiplied quite a bit. And within 2 weeks, they were flowering, and it flowered, beautiful purple flowers, flowered forever. And then I wasn't really sure what to do with the flowers, like where they were, so I kind of just like picked off the little dead buds. But slowly and surely, this plant is not doing well. You see this? I don't know. And I've had these in the, see how the leaves are turning brown on the ends? And this is just not, it's not healthy looking new growth. It's losing its color. I don't know what I've done. So at this point, I mean, I'm heartbroken, absolutely heartbroken, because it was so beautiful. And I know that these do grow straight up, and they did for a long time, but they started kind of hanging. So I really was trying to get a full, very large hanging pot. But no matter what I do, no matter where I put it, I have repotted her twice. The roots are fine, but this is what I'm getting with deadness on the ends. So I am baffled, and I think what I'm going to have to do is just try to cut a couple of pieces and try to save some healthy pieces, because I don't like the look. I mean, you don't want that on your it's heartbreaking. I lost all the beautiful color. I mean, some of it's still there, but not a lot. So, you know, I've done some research. Like I said, I've done a lot of research. I found a website that has like so many different varieties of Tradescantia, which is not a good thing for me to do, because now I found others that I want. So clearly I am successful at growing them, but I also am not successful at growing them. So this is my first really huge disappointment. The good thing is that I got the starters for only like $8 a piece. So this is the $24 venture here. And I'm not giving up yet. Same time I bought those, I bought these. This, I should say, this plant, it came in I think it came in a 2.5 inch pot. Rainbow Tradescantia. Now, this thing, since the moment I put it in a bigger pot, which it needed to be, it was pretty much root bound, that little tiny pot, it has gone downhill no matter what I do. I mean, look at that. It is an absolute mess. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I don't even hardly have any good ends to try to save. I've got a couple, but only a couple, and I might be able to salvage a strand, but I'm ready to drop kick this right across the backyard. Just saying. Broke my heart. This is called a Rainbow Tradescantia. Diva. That's all I'm going to say. I will try to find a couple of pieces. There's one right there, but you can't even tell it's a rainbow with that piece. But I'm going to try to salvage a couple of pieces, but honestly, I don't even care. And then last but not least, I'm really sad about this one because this is a pretty new acquisition. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. This one is called Montana Tradescantia. And when I bought it, it was pretty. Look at the green. This I'm not giving up on. See, this piece is doing okay. But what I'm going to have to do with this guy is cut it all the way back because look at this. What happens? I'll cut it right here, and then I'll root this piece in water and see if I can get it to root, and I'll cut it and see if I can get new growth at the base. But again, I've had them in the same place with the others. They're getting the same care, the same light, the same water. And this one's just not happy. Go figure. So what am I going to do? I'm going to focus on the loves that thrive and that make me happy. And I'm going to put them back where they were. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. Oops. How cute are those? And they're furry. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm going to cut myself some slack because it is what it is. You know, plants are fussy. They're living organisms, and if I can help them to thrive, that's great. And if I can't, it breaks my heart, but I just have to give up eventually. You know what I'm saying? So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you for joining me with this video. I hope that you learned a little something. Maybe you feel bad for me. I'm just kidding. I feel bad for myself. I hate when my plants don't do well. I really do. Because I do the research. It's not like I'm just buying them and, leaving them to themselves and not. I feed them. I love them. I talk to them. I prune them. This guy right here, this didn't happen overnight. This has been months. And every week, I would find a couple of dead leaves at the end of the growth. So I kept picking them off and kept pruning it and cutting off the ends, trying to encourage new growth. And this is what I get. So anyway, Yeah, thanks for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to. I'd like it if you would. I'm having fun with this, so I'm not going to stop. I'm not stopping! Have a great day, and God bless you.